Mic check, everyone hear me?
Yep.
Clear.
Yep.
Roger.
Alright, there's got to be a couple of you guys that have been here for the great Paul Ricard for a couple of bits that you should know what I'm about to tell you, but we're about to jump into qualifying. Usual time's 20 minutes, plenty of time to get a lap in. For any of you guys that haven't done a league race here, and you probably noticed through your practice, is that your pit lane exit comes straight out into the racing line, and it is the onus of the person in the pit lane to essentially judge that gap and not hinder the other driver. So again, if you're coming out of the pit lane, you need to be watching that track map and making sure you don't hinder anybody else. If someone does impede your racing line on there, that is something you can call, guys, and we will look at it. It's just your number. Secondly, I've seen a couple of you doing it in practice here at the moment. We don't do joker laps in any of our league races there. So if I see you come out on your out lap and cut the track in half, I think you will find that you'll be having a couple of grid spot penalties. And if it's something that we really egregious and it does impede someone else, then you'd be starting from the back of the grid. Alright, so, and finally, I think everyone's done at least a race, but I'll reinstate it anyway. On a track like this, if you're on a valid lap, there is no overtaking, so you've got 20 minutes for a reason. If you do find you're in that spot, just back off, burn a lap, get yourself a gap, and then go again. 20 minutes with lap times being in the 150s means that you could have 2 to 3, even if 3 stints out on the track. So make that as it works. 20 minutes for yourself, and then we'll have a talk just before the race start. Good luck, gentlemen.
A few moments later.
Alright, yeah,
fuel estimates might not be reliable. 70 minutes.
Yeah.
E14.
Alright guys, as we come into the last round current season, it is a 70-minute race with one mandatory pit stop. It's just the only mandatory aspect is on fuel, as it's been vividly discussed in the Academy chat room. Essentially, you can change however much you want to put fuel in, or that will just cost time. So the minimum amount of fuel that you need to take in your pit stop is 3 litres. If you put 2 or 1, ACC does some funky stuff and essentially won't count the pit stop. So make sure if you are going to do that full stint and the pit stop, you have to do 3 litres as a minimum. You do not need to take tyres. Just for the others that are thinking of their strategy, 3 litres is, a 3-second pit stop. You put half and half, you're then extending that pit stop up to, about the 20-23 seconds. Take that knowledge as you will. But safely, we've got a dry bit on that, so you don't need to worry about tyre strategies. It's just going to be a flat-out 70-minute race, and see how you guys manage tyre wear and also essentially those different fuel loads, which causes an imbalance on the vehicle. For all you guys, that I will ask if you can just remain at the end of the race, just to the debrief over the season and also lining up to next. There is some news that we need to drop to you, and then we'll do our final type of debrief before the end of the season for essentially a fortnightly break. But I will leave that to you guys. You've got 1:20 on the clock. Don't forget to hit drive, and good luck.
Is it a fixed time? It's not?
Fueling's not fixed, so as I said, so if you put in 3 litres, you'll have essentially the minimum time in the pit, where if you then went half and half, that fuel then extends your pit lane time. Does that make sense? So you either... Yep. So it's not fixed fuel timing, so the amount of fuel that you put in dictates how long you'll be in the pit box for. Short, essentially start as always, and again guys, just call your numbers and we'll go through it. Let's hopefully, with everyone here being at least 1 race veterans on this one, let's have a good race. Paul Ricard can generate some good racing with its extended layout. So 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Pit entry and exit for the race, is that still pit exit gives way?
That is affirmative. So no, so it changes on that point. It comes up to down, when you exit out, it's coming down to essentially the turn point. So it is to the person in the pit lane to be doing the cautions, but it's essentially a little bit later allowances for you. So kind of come out, but if you're coming out essentially and you're going to be alongside someone, then it's going to be you on that point.
Follow car number 4.
Good luck, guys.
I just got moved to the pit.
You would have forgot to hit drive then.
No, I hit drive. I was starting the car.
Never seen that happen before, man.
Okay. Okay.
Just hold on, boys. I'm going to restart it just because it's the last one. Somebody allows this bloke.
That's good because I got all messed up.
So can you just clarify the pit entry and exit again? That was a little bit unclear to me.
So essentially, well, just making sure you can hear me actually, just because that's shot.
Yeah, copy.
Copy.
Yeah. So when you're in qualifying, it's very much like we allow the car to drive down the entire line, if that makes sense. In the race portion of it, essentially, it's still up to the person in the pit lane to be wary of the cars coming out, but it's more coming along to where the pit lane type of ends, because the pit lane type ends at about 150, 200 metre mark from the corner. So in the race, the people that are coming along the line, just be wary that if they're in the pit lane, it's not until the pit lane type of ends that they really have to kind of make sure they're out of your way. They are still allowed to go out of that pit lane along the lines dictated.
Yeah, copy. And same for entry as well. Do you have to be within the marker before you pit, or can you jump in quite late?
I would recommend that essentially, like, as always we've stated with pit lane entries, I would hope that you make your decision essentially like quickly, essentially. Make it known that you are going into the pit lane entry so there's no confusion and you don't get punted up the rear by another driver. So I would be trying to get over to that line very quickly.
So if there was a car exiting the pits, it'd be a good idea to stay out of the pit lane, correct?
Correct, because you'll be flying around them. So if you see cars coming out of the pits, do not go into the pit lane line, because you will rear end that car and it will be on you.
135 here. Do I have a quali ban? I did a couple of laps, but am I in the right place?
I think you got through to the keeper, my friend, so you get a freebie.
I'll take that.
Is there a pit window?
Negative, we don't do pit windows in Academy. You can do it on the race one. Oh, and that brings up my last point here, actually. Sorry, thank you for reminding me. Any cars, you are not to pit on the last lane and lose the trick that if your pit box is far enough back that you get the pit lane in before you cross the line. We'll be doing your pits and actually having to do a lap you do pits. Cheeky buggers do that. I'll be coming down Hobbsy style on you. Alright, 20 seconds. 5 everyone. Good luck.
Still with us, Brody?
Yeah, I'm still good.
Going double file.
Nineteen, copy.
That's it. That's my race done. Sorry, Neville.
Yeah, 19 times 2, copy. 35, copy.
Shit, that was close.
Four, 5, 8.
458, copy.
Who's just behind me? Oh, Beasley. He's pretty quick.
'83.
83, copy.
The guy in front is, please. knots. Behind is now 1.3 seconds.
On your right.
Car on the right.
Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
That's a new fastest lap for Angelo, 155.58. Alright Rick, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Just cut the track. The gap to V12. Behind is increasing. It's now 1.6 seconds. Okay, Rick. The next car is car number 60. Fastest lap for Angelo, 155 and 1.4.
Car left.
Car on the left.
Still there.
Beer on the left.
Clear left, right side. Clear right. Car right. Hold your line.
Car on the right.
Right side.
Beer on
Hold
the
your
right.
line. Clear right. On your left.
290 copy.
Yellow flag.
Hold your line.
Beer on the
Clear
left.
left.
Sector 2 is now green.
27.
64 copy.
229.
229.
27.
E9.
Yeah, car 27 will have a look at you.
Car 4, self-report.
Car 4, self-report, copy.
Oh shit!
Car right. Go right.
Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please, Rick. The actor, car number 60 behind is increasing. It's now 157.
Hit the clutch instead of the brake.
Now green. It looks like Otis has gone off.
Ah, damn. Bloody hell. Now I've got to do it all over again. Beats me how I haven't had a penalty yet for track violations.
Turn to position. Turn to position.
Damn, I'm not going to be close enough, I don't think, to gate this guy. Come on. Oh, got a 5-second penalty. I'll serve it in the bits. Oh, there you go.
Run out
I've
of
got a
track
penalty
limits.
there.
Keep it between the lines. The leader has just done a 155.31.
Car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
That was a bit cheeky.
Yellow flag. Green flag. Green flag, sector 1.
Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
Gap to Watson. Behind is increasing. It's now 6.9.
Truth. Nearly in.
Okay, Rick. Run out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Car left. Still there. Clear left.
The car in front of us is Hogan.
Left side. Clear left.
Here we go again.
Come on, we need to be in front of this guy.
Tell me
Car
better.
left. Still there. Clear left.
It looks like Please has crashed. Green flag sector 3.
Change gears.
The gap to Watson behind is increasing. It's now 9.2. sector 1 is 1.6 seconds off the pace. Alright Rick, the next car is car number 60. Behind is now 8.9. We'll be warned about track limits.
Left side. Still there.
Car on the left.
Hold your line. Clear left.
Damn, he's fast.
The gap to Watson behind is now 9.6 seconds.
On your right. Clear right.
We've got a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Rick.
I think I'm slow in that corner.
Watson is getting closer. The gap's now 8.8 seconds. You've got half your fuel left.
Woo.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag, sector 3.
Mr. Cook.
The gap to Gore behind is increasing. It's now 11 seconds.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track.
Oh, what again?
Car right.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Hold your line. Clear right.
That corner. Okay, I reckon I've got to be really careful.
Sector 3. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Green flag in Sector 3. The driver in front of us is Cook.
On your left.
Clear on the left.
Still there. Clear left.
Stay between the lines, please, Rick.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Yellow flag in Sector 3. We can see Palmer has gone off. Sector 3 is green.
That was a bit messy.
Defend hard. Make them work for it.
Oh, look at that Mustang coming up.
Right side. Clear right.
So Cook behind is
Car
increasing.
33,
It's now
there's pretty
1.3.
notification you've got your last lap to serve this DP. Failure to serve it means you're going to be having a nap early.
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
Thirty-three.
Number 3.
Yeah, car 3, I'm assuming it's going to be the same collision point noted.
That was sloppy.
Car 3.
Car 3.
Oh, come on, give me a break. Ah, what? No way. Look at that, what a waste. What a waste. Hurry, boys. I've got to do another lap.
All clear off pit exit.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Gap to Gore in front is now 12 seconds. Watch your speed. Alright, Rick, we didn't record any pit timings. The estimate position estimates will be unreliable. Should be coming out into clear air. We should come out into position 25. A few seconds behind Angelo. The car behind's pitting now.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Let's go, go, go.
Pit exit's clear. Push. Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Sector 3 is clear.
All that hard work for nothing.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Warning for exceeding track limits.
Oh, what? You got it into me.
That's 20 minutes to go. gap to car number 41 behind as he cricks in. It's now 7.2. 10th off the pace in sector 2. Within the track limits. Chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. P13.
Car right, clear right.
Shiver me timbers! How did they do that? He must have seen me coming.
A few moments later.
As the finish. Good drive today. Impressive.
Shocking, look at those, all those reds, look at it. Oh, dudes, yeah. No wonder I got a drive through.
Alright guys, can all hear me?
Yep.
Cool, couple of things to bring up. So congratulations, season 21 comes to an end. I'll do the usual afterwards, essentially have 5 minutes to talk to yourselves and bring up a debrief. It won't be something that, there's a couple that I would bring up, but most of it will just be for yourselves. A couple of points that we want to go through is, yeah, thanks for kind of going through. I knew we had some teething issues with regards to servers and whatnot, and yeah, that's something that's kind of gone along, and I now do weekly checkups with the people above to make sure that it's not done. Now, for Academy for ACC, it's a 2-week holiday, and then it kicks back up again. There is already on the website the sign-ups for season 22 for those that are wanting to rejoin. Equally, again, that for the first, so this will be season 1, is that there will be a Le Mans Ultimate Academy. So I don't know if some of you have recognised, but ACC is kind of told that they're not making any further updates or patches for the game. So OOR will be slowly doing that transition towards LMU. So there is going to be a Le Mans Ultimate at Academy series that will start at the same time as ACC, but it will be run Monday night. Just for those aware, that's also on the website if you're wanting to have a look at that. Third thing I want to raise is the one thing that we always kind of chat at the end of the season is the big old ticket item.